This is Arthur Ogawa. Um, Yihue, I'm using TechShop on Macintosh,
Mhm.
and the underlying engine uses a Perl script called LaTeX MK or PDF
Yeah,
LaTeX MK.
yep,
I
that's
see that you recognize that.
yeah, yeah. Basically, in this R package, I have exactly a function with the identical name LaTeX MK. So basically, I kind of re-implemented that LaTeX MK package in this R package. Yeah.
I see what
So
you're saying. Thank you.
yeah.
Well, this is Jonathan Fine. What interests me is the way in which the community, I'm speaking from an outside, it seems that the R community and the culture of the community have been really important, providing the context and the impetus and the adoption and everything else for R Markdown and TinyTeX. I wonder if you'd like to comment on that. I'd like to hear what you have to say about how the social side of things works here.
The social side. I'm not sure. Could you say your question again? I didn't quite get it.
Well, I mean, you certainly answered it in some sense. You use GitHub a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And GitHub is a social tool.
Yes. Yeah.
So, is this part of the production process for the R journal?
For the R journal, it's yes, it's not a part of the production process yet, but we do have support for the R journal from R Markdown. I can show you a quick example. We can create a new R Markdown document for the R journal submission. So that's it. So that's an R Markdown article for the R journal. So we specified the output format to be articles, : R journal article. So we could knit that R Markdown document to a PDF that can be submitted to the R journal.
So hello everyone, my name is Ulrich. I am, I guess, like a reluctant user of LaTeX. So I created this package called Oxford Down that a lot of people used to write their theses in, because there was a great sort of LaTeX template for that. Anyway, I'm a massive fan. Thank you for everything that you've done. It's absolutely incredible. We all have such a huge debt to pay to you. What I wanted to ask you was actually about the. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of an echo of myself. No, you can. Hopefully, you can all hear me. I want to ask you about the future of the articles package, because I sort of tried to contribute to it at one point, and I found that I could never really make use of it myself, because it was unsure what the provenance was of the LaTeX templates being used in the articles package. So when I wanted to submit to something,
let's all mute our mics to get rid of the echo.
So when I wanted to use the articles package to submit to something, I found that I couldn't really do that, because I didn't actually know whether the people who had contributed the package or the template to the articles package, whether that was exactly the one that was required by the journal and so on. Do you want to say a little bit about kind of what the thinking is on sort of the future of the articles package and how to maybe make that more useful?
Yeah, so for the articles package, well, it's currently, so for those who don't know, the articles package, it is an R package to write journal articles. So currently it supports like maybe 24 of journals. And the articles will be based on R Markdown. And as for the future of this package, I don't really know, because This package is currently pretty much maintained by the community, or most of the journal formats are contributed by other people. So the RStudio team only maintains the R journal and the Journal of Statistical Software, I guess. Yeah, it's up to the contributors and the community. Yeah.
Sorry,
John,
thank you.
your mic's off. Okay.
Thank you, Ulrich. Arthur's got a question, I think. No?
I'm wondering, Yihui, if the environment that you have using R is such that there's a sort of a tangle aspect whereby a person can write working computer code, as with, Weave. I'm sorry, with Web.
Yeah, so for the R Markdown document, you can weave it and you can also tangle it. I'm not sure if everyone knows what these terms stand for, but the tangle means you can extract the programming code from this document to a separate script. Yeah, that is possible.
Thank you for clarifying that.
We do that all the time for our students, so that rather than having to run up and down the entire file, the whole script lines of code that we might want them to copy and emulate in their own R Markdown files all in one place and right under their noses.
So that's a bit like sort of having a config file where the things you want to change quite frequently are in one place.
No, sorry, not quite. So everything to do with the configuration can be in a separate file, but mostly we encourage our students to keep things extremely simple, and the configuration is at the head at the top of the R Markdown files in a fairly obvious fashion, and I think it only needs title, author, and not much more to really make sense. We discourage using anything but the defaults, mostly because we want our students to be thinking about the statistical problem they're solving, not the cosmetic presentation of it.
I didn't express myself. Thank you. I didn't express myself very, very well there. One of the things that, sorry, I'll go back. It's smart data is easier than smart code, or it's easier to debug data than it is to debug code. And wouldn't it be nice if every document came with a list of the resources it needed?
Courtesy of the helper functions and the needs of the community, eHWA has another package that that has little tools that help me embed the data file, the actual R Markdown file, the BibTeX reference file, and any other file I might want my students to use, and I embed them in the HTML at the point when the student might be about to ask, oh, I need the data file because you just told me how to import it. So it's right there under their noses, waiting for them to go, oh, I want that. So my lecture material is written in a way that generates individual lectures, generates a single volume so that students can search the entire coursework material, and they cross-reference, and embedded in all that material are the actual data sets we use in the course. And yes, everything ends up being one wholly self-contained thing under my control on a website.
And presumably it doesn't contain the kitchen sink and everything else, which is...
You make a digital kitchen sink and I'll put it there.
Yeah, but what I mean is the Tech Live solution is, here's everything. If you need something, it's here. Whereas you're saying, well, here's what you need, and there's very little else.
Yes, I the user, am in control.
Okay. Do you find that feature helps you to, whenever I send things, I have to check all the details are right, and I'm a sighted person, so I can sort of scan things and use my memory and stuff. Do you find, as a person who's blind, that these sorts of tools help you?
That features hard-hitting action. Intense drama. That was the difference between
the tools that I have available as a blind user for processing an HTML file mean that I can verify what I'm sharing with my students considerably faster than I ever could by any other means. So by embedding everything I want my students to use in the HTML document, I'm bypassing the need to engage with the online teaching environment tools, which are inaccessible. Because I don't have to upload a data file to the teaching environment. It's in the resources that I'm in control of. So I'm able to use the tools I have for reading HTML documents on the web to verify that I'm giving my students everything they need.
That's a really good answer. Thank you.